And welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel, guys. It is another victory for Barcelona in the Champions League, which makes it now 3 out of 3 wins in the group stage and 9 out of 9 points gained, which was really important to keep ourselves at the top of the group. On the night, though, at the Camp Nou against Dynamo Kyiv tonight, who, let's remember, were ravaged by injuries, by COVID-19, by suspensions. They had many of their first team players missing, but Barcelona only just crept past them. Was it a poor performance from Ronald Koeman's team tonight? Was it a good performance, on the other hand, from Dynamo Kyiv? Or was it a bit of both? We're going to be discussing and analysing the game in its entirety. So let's get right to that. Because the first thing that we do have to look at, of course, is the lineup chosen here by Ronald Koeman. And I have to be honest, it was quite a surprise coming into this game, because we all said beforehand, will Ronald Koeman choose to rotate? Will Messi start? Will he bring a few players in, the younger players perhaps, to give us some freshness in this kind of game? But what we saw here was Frenkie de Jong at centre-back, which I didn't really understand why there was a need to do that. Longley came on, he was fine, there was no injury there, so clearly that was a decision there taken by Koeman. Then in midfield, Busquets started alongside Pjanic, and I think that could have easily been either Alenya or Ricky Puig. Didn't need to be Busquets in this kind of game, as you saw later on when Alenya came on in that area. The front four were pretty good. Pedri was there, Messi of course, Ansu Fati, Griezmann, difficult night again for him, but ultimately that was the team there that Koeman set up with, but it didn't really go to full plan. Because let me just say this, the first 5 to 10 minutes of this game were absolutely brilliant. If you'd watched those first 10 minutes, Barcelona take an early lead, Barcelona on full attack mode, full intensity, it was really exciting stuff to watch. And if you'd stopped watching after those first 10 minutes, you'd be going away from this game thinking, wow, this is a good team. We are looking good right now, crisp in our passing, electrifying in our pace. But you know what? It stopped. After that 10-minute mark, with the chances we created, Messi goes down in the box, wins the early penalty, dispatches it again, and then you're thinking, Messi scored after 5 minutes. Surely now he's going to go on and get that elusive goal from open play, but it didn't quite come. We had a brilliant move down the right-hand side. It was Serginho Dest who was bombing down the right side. He gets a great ball there, cut back to Pedri coming in, steaming in he comes. He hits one, cannons off the crossbar. So unlucky. And we were looking so good. We were looking so impressive. Then, of course, came that miss from Griezmann, which of course is not going to be a highlight for him. And you can see here by Ronald Koeman's reaction, it wasn't a good miss whatsoever. It was a great chance there for him to score 2 goals in 2 games, get some confidence going, but he puts it wide. And after that kind of moment, I'm not blaming it on Griezmann, I just think as a team, we took the lead against this Dynamo Kyiv side and we relaxed. And that's my first problem, and it's the first of 2 major issues. Because number 1, what you have to admit and what you have to concede, despite what you may believe about this performance tonight, the reality is that Barcelona created once again so many chances. We were good when we finally got to the final third. We did play some good stuff. We got some good shots away in the first half, as well as in the second. Dembele came off the bench, had a brilliant shot save. Sergio Roberto came on. He had a good one saved as well. And what you have to point out is that in the goal tonight for Dynamo Kyiv was an 18-year-old goalkeeper making his Champions League debut, and he was sensational. Honestly, this boy here, drafted in because of COVID-19, they're ruling out their first and second goalkeepers. He comes into this team and he was wonderful, and I'm sure there's many clubs around the world that are going to be looking at this young man. And of course, he made some great saves, and it could have been many more on the night for Barcelona. So once again, you say, okay, we're not clinical. We created chances, we did okay there, could have been more. But that wasn't my problem. My problem tonight isn't the fact that we haven't won by more. The first problem, like I say, is all about attitude. The fact that after those 10 minutes, the first good 10 minutes, we got the lead. Again, you see from this team that reluctance to be relentless. It's like we don't want to go and score more and more. It's like we don't want to put goal after goal after goal on our opponents. We're just happy with 1, even 2. We're just happy then to sit at 2-1. Fine, we'll just wrap it up there and that's all good. That's just not Barcelona. And it's something that you keep seeing with this team. team whereby they take a lead and then they sit off, then they ease off in their intensity, and that just invites the opposition onto you. And as that first half went on, how many times there was Ter Stegen called into action? He made a brilliant save there from a header into the second half, and that's my second problem. It's not about the fact we missed chances. It's not about the fact we didn't score more goals. The big problem, again, is how easy was it for Dynamo Kyiv to breach our defence? How easy was it for them to just float a ball over the top, run onto it, and before they knew it, they were one-on-one with Marc-Andre Ter Stegen? We can say tonight that yes, if it wasn't for a brilliant goalkeeper from Dynamo Kyiv, we would have scored more goals, we would have won this game by more, but at the same time, if it wasn't for the fact here that Ter Stegen has returned to this team tonight, he's put in a brilliant performance back in the lineup, and I'm so happy for him, but we shouldn't have to rely on him. In a game like this, you shouldn't have to be relying on your goalkeeper as often as we was doing tonight, and that's just worrying, because against better teams, better strikers, you will be punished. As we know. And like I say, guys, it is difficult because I don't want to be too negative. We are still waiting here for Koeman's new ideas to come in. We are still waiting for this team to find that clinical nature in front of goal. Probably we will score chances. Eventually, we spoke about it earlier on this week, eventually those chances, they will fall into place for us. It is a matter of time. But right now, it's still defensively for me. We are still wide open as a team, and we are still far too weak in our mentality. We have to have that ruthless nature. You look at Bayern last night, for example, on both of those levels. They were playing there away at Salzburg. That was a game, actually, where they went behind in. And again, they just come roaring back. They don't just sit off. They don't just stand down. They'll come back at you every single time. And in that game, on target, they had 8 shots last night. How many goals did they score? 6. 8 shots, 6 goals. And that tells you everything. If you want to be at the pinnacle of this sport, if you want to be at the very top of your game and winning this trophy, you have to be so precise, so clinical in front of goal. We're not doing that right now. And not only are we not doing that, we're not watertight at the back either. And I think we put those two together and it's not a good combination. It's a big game now for me, looking ahead to the weekend. We all know about our struggles in La Liga. And I think for me, Koeman, he's got to make some change to this team right now. You look at the bench there, you look at the fact that, again, Ricky Puig was completely ignored. You look at the fact here that Messi once again has played the full 90 minutes and still that open play goal does elude him. Obviously, you look into the international break, players will go away and get some rest. But at the same time, Messi's going to be flying over to South America to play for Argentina. When will this man get some rest? I just don't see it happening in the near future, and that's a problem. And I just think right now, we have a big game on Saturday. It's a quick turnaround. Dynamo caused us problems, and Betis will have been watching that, thinking, okay, if we can do something similar, if we can try and breach that defence, we will have a good look. And that's why, Saturday, make sure you're there. We're back at the Camp Nou, and that for me, it's a crucial game. Before the international break, we have to make it back-to-back wins, and we have to see some improvement on what we saw tonight. So please do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Obviously, tonight, I am very happy that we have got all 3 points and that we have won again in the Champions League. That was always the most important thing. But when you're looking deeper, when you're looking there for how far this team can go in this competition, you've got to do more. You have to do better in several areas of the pitch. Let me know all of those thoughts in the comments down below. I will see you soon, of course, with plenty more uploads to come as we prepare for that big game against Betis. I'll see you next time. But until then, as always, Visca el Barça.